Hola, amigas. Welcome to the podcast dedicated to recapping the Mexican competition series, La Más Draga.
Which is available on YouTube.
My name is Yiyi.
And I'm Braulio.
And this is
¿Quién es la más?
Hijas. So today we're going to be talking about the last episode. Well, the last two episodes, the reunion and the finale. Because we didn't want to do two separate ones for each. They were just not filled with too much content.
It's a lot of filler.
Yeah, it's a lot of filler. So we are going to talk about... Well, first of all, what were your thoughts, like your general thoughts on like the reunion?
I like that we got to know them a little better. So they were... They brought a little bit more about their lives in there. And I had forgotten that Cordelia and Barbara were...
They were Kai. That's what we call Kai.
They were married, I think. They call each other esposas, but I didn't actually look for a ring, but I didn't think they were wearing
I don't know. Is it even legal in Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. Then they might be married.
I feel like it was even before the U.S.
Really?
I think so. That's
surprising if that's true.
I'm pretty sure, because I kind of remember thinking, oh, even Mexico, but we don't have it.
That's fucking strange. But, I mean, good for Mexico. Exactly. I would not expect that, but awesome.
I know.
So you said, that was one thing that you forgot, that they were...
Yeah, exactly, that they were dating each other, or they've been together for a long time, I think.
Yeah, a few years. I think maybe up to almost 10 years, I think. I think.
That is crazy.
And just like your general thoughts, like, was it entertaining? Did you think it was even necessary for them to do a reunion?
I think they could have combined this with the finale and cut out like all the unnecessary stuff from the finale. But, I guess they had to put in all their promos and everything, and that's why they put all that junk in the
what promo
finale. In the finale, like all the sponsors. And
yeah.
So, that's why they had their separate reunion. And like even like Drag Race, every season has to have a reunion. So of course they're gonna do it.
But I think you were right. Like they should have incorporated the reunion, especially because they didn't have to go so long. The reunion was like an hour long. Yeah. And then the finale was 2 hours. So somewhere they could have... And they didn't really need 1 full hour of reunion. Mm-mm. For what they talked about, it was not that interesting. So I agree.
No, they just went through each queen and asked them a little bit more about their lives. And so each of them explained... Like, we found out... I didn't even think about it, but, like, I just assumed, like, they all... Like, drag was their main job whatever. And they lived off of that. But no, a lot of them have day jobs.
Yeah, see, I already knew that because I know that drag does not pay well.
Yeah, exactly. And Cordelia said that she got fired, actually, for going to the show. Mm-hmm. Well, she said she had asked for permission, and somehow at the last minute, like... I guess during one of the recordings. Oh, she actually said it was the episode where she left. She said that was one of her distractions and stuff. Making excuses maybe, but she said that's when she found out that she was basically fired. And and then that's part of what had her so unfocused for the episode, for the challenge. So yeah, I just like hearing a little bit more about their day lives and getting to know them a little bit more. So you know how each episode barely gave them any time to talk about themselves, and so at least with this we got a little bit more out of them. It wasn't like anything controversial or anything spicy or anything like that. It was just like a chat between friends, I guess. They just talked a little bit about themselves. But
right. And well, having said that, let's do like a deeper dive. So before the finale, the eliminated queens come back to life and reunite with the top 4 in their best Dia de las Muertas fashion. During the reunion, we find out that the tea is stale as fuck because there's nothing to talk about, and that Lorena Herrera is a metiche.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty much what I took from it because there was literally nothing to talk about. Oh, I mean, there was stuff to talk about, but nothing that kind of grabbed my interest. That I was like, oh, okay, that makes that's interesting. Or
yeah, I think Lorena had a hard job in asking the questions because she was trying to pull like some drama out of each other, out of each of them, like by asking certain questions, but they wouldn't bite, and so there was nothing. And when they talked about like, I guess trying to recap the show, like there's not really much to talk about because most of the episodes are just all challenge. So unless they're just talking about that, but no.
And there wasn't that much drama at all.
There wasn't, no.
That they could talk about either. Mm-mm. So literally the whole episode was just Lorena asking questions about their personal life.
It was. Yeah. And she admitted that she is not too versed in, like, I guess the drag world. So she wanted to know a little bit more. And
it did seem like it because she was asking Debra, like, Debra Men, she had a breastplate on, and then she was like really digging for really information. She was like trying to find out if the guys think that they're real or
she's like, when you go out, do guys like hit on you or try to touch them? And
I thought she was trying to get her plastic surgeon's number or something.
I don't think she needs it. She already has her own. That she wasn't really able to pull anything like that. I know with, again, like Cordelia talked a little bit about how growing up, her mother like abandoned her and her siblings, and she kind of took that mother role, which is a common theme with her, I guess, storyline in the show. Like she always plays the role of the mother to the other queens. So that could be like kind of where that comes from. She's used to like helping other people.
And something that she also mentioned in that conversation is that, I mean, we kind of all, even the queens on the show, when Cordelia and Lana were up against each other, they were all saying that Cordelia let herself win, and she kind of she reaffirms that, or she says that it's true, that she, like you said, she was like in the mother role, so she was kind of wanting Lana to go on and go further in the competition. So we find out that she basically did give up pretty much in the lip sync.
Yeah, to, I guess, I think we mentioned it in that episode, kind of like sacrificing herself for her daughters. And Lorena also asked them if she plans on having any kids, basically, with, I guess, with Barbara. And I really liked her answer. It's kind of sad because she says, like, she says no because, like, society doesn't think is ready for, like, two dads, especially, I guess, referring to her community in Mexico. And she doesn't want, like, her children to go through any discrimination just based on what her family or his family looks like. Which is, I mean, that's really...
It's mature.
Yeah, it's a really mature way of looking at it. Because, you know, there's some parents who just become parents just because they think that's what they need to do, or are, like,
Yeah, because that's what society tells you.
Yes, exactly.
That even your family tells you, like, when are you gonna have kids? Like,
yes, that's always the question. Yeah.
That's always the question. Yeah.
Yeah. So they put this expectation on you, like, you're having kids in the future, and they want, like, parents want their grandchildren, and all of that. So yeah, like, it's good that she thinks, like, further than just that just something as selfish as, oh, I want a kid just because I want a kid. Yeah, she's also thinking about what would they go through in their lives.
And also for a gay couple, it's a little bit different because obviously you can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
So it's you have more of a, not that you have more of a choice, but it's a different kind of.
It's something you have to, like, plan out, and it involves money, and it can be expensive. So.
And with a heterosexual couple, it can even happen in an accident. So it's like, even if you don't want to be a parent, sometimes you become a parent. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I do remember her saying that, and I do love that she gave that answer. They also talk about, well, I don't know if it was a little bit inappropriate, but they talk about Margaret's weight. I don't know if you remember that, but Lorena, I think she pretty much just asked her, like, oh, do you think you should lose weight? And it just kind of came out of nowhere, and I was just like, is she calling her fat? Like, what is happening here? Like, I didn't get it.
Yeah, like, the way that she asked, I know what she was getting at, but the way that she asked the question, it just sounded wrong. She could have worded it differently, but it was like something like just like you said, like, just very blunt.
And it just came out of nowhere. It's not like there was a storyline on the show that kind of had to do with her weight, so I didn't know why she would bring it up. That's why I was like,
It could be that they cut that from the
maybe
like in the editing room, but I know Margaret and remember when she called
Deborah La Grande.
Yeah, Deborah La Grande. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
her and Margaret were the
two big girls.
Yeah,
Las gorditas.
The gorditas or something. Yeah. So they would mention it once in a while here and there, but there wasn't like a storyline or anything like that throughout the show.
Yeah, that's why it took me off guard. I was just like, okay, that, I don't know. I just don't think anybody would do that in, like, comparing it to Drag Race. Like, you wouldn't. I don't think RuPaul would ever ask a bigger queen, like, do you think about losing weight or something?
No, yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah. I think she was trying to give her the platform to talk about that because...
Oh, okay. In a positive way.
Yes, exactly. I think that she was trying to present that, but she... Just the words or the question was not worded right.
Got it.
Because after Margaret explains herself and Lorena says something to the effect of her being accepting and, like, who cares what other people think and all that. So she wasn't trying to be malicious.
Yeah, I didn't catch that, but it makes sense now that you're mentioning it. That was all I kind of took from the reunion. I don't know if you had anything else, but that's kind of all that
I guess I can go, like, real quick through the rest of the girls. So like, Deborah Mend says she, like, grew up being ashamed of where she came from, like, her family and all that, and I guess being poor, and they talked about, you know, how her persona, like, is
like a chola.
Yeah, like a chola, barrio. And she said that was that's where she grew up, basically, and so she adapted that into her own character, and that's why Deborah Mend is who she is, basically.
Like, she took her insecurities and kind of made them her strengths. And that's kind of why we love her, actually. Like, that's literally why people like her.
So Lana similarly says, like, that, like, her real name is Alan, and so Lana is kind of like the side of Alan who's a little bit more brave and a little bit more out there, just like because like she's a little bit like, for example, her alebrije was a little bit weird, and so that's kind of where she was coming from. She was and she said that she was really proud of her alebrije costume, so she was fine with leaving that episode with something she was proud of, which is all of them could probably want to. It's something that they would want to say, like, I'm leaving, but I'm proud of this, and if it's comes down to a matter of taste, if they didn't like it, so if the judges didn't like it, and with Deborah La Grande, they did bring up, and they bring this up in the finale as well, how the guest judge Wiseman was hitting on her, and they were flirting like back and forth, and
that it was like real, like it was actually, it wasn't just for the cameras, it was real. Like it was actually happening.
Yeah, exactly. And so it comes back into the finale. She talks a little bit about she studied gastronomy, so like
what is
food,
gastronomy?
Like I guess it's
like being a chef.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think it's a specific type, but
that sounded like she studied gas.
Yeah. It sounds very like like astrology or astronomy.
No, but it has to do with food.
It has to do with food. I think she said she wanted to be a chef at one point.
Yeah.
And then she found drag, but yeah. And Eva says she likes to do a whole bunch of different things. So she actually studied industrial design. And
is that like fashion design, or that's like architecture?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. And then does photography as well, and we'll see in the finale she does voguing. So and actually her boyfriend actually is a drag queen as well, but she said that he doesn't do it like professionally, I guess. It's just
does he just do it online, kind of? Like,
I think so. Yeah, I mean he didn't really explain, but it's a little bit like Eva does it like obviously professional or like for a job, but
yeah,
I assume maybe like when the boyfriend goes out or something, it's just
just to go out and have fun.
Yeah. And Eva also works as a DJ, so that's part of. It's not really a day job because it's a night job, but still. Yeah, we talked about Barbara a little bit. She actually like worked in the local theater and studied art and fashion. And one thing I really liked about what she said, she says like she brought the conversation up about supporting local queens. Lorena asked how they feel when, for example, the queens from Drag Race come into their local bars and do their thing, and they're gonna get all this attention because
and money because they're getting paid to be there.
Yeah,
like a lot of money.
Yeah,
or more than they are.
Exactly, and since they have more exposure and everything. So, yeah, I mean, that's the way she answers.
What does she say?
She just says, like, it's really important for everyone to support their local queens, and then that she thinks as the years go by, like, it's their scene there in Mexico is growing more and more, and it's becoming more... I guess profitable as well, but
yeah, because new businesses you keep creating new businesses.
Yeah,
that's kind of something that I've heard a lot of other queens say, especially like the Drag Race queens. I've heard him say like, oh, a lot of people tell me that they're like a fan of drag, but you're not a fan of drag. You're just a fan of Drag Race.
Yeah.
Because if they were like, I think Trixie one time either tweeted or said somewhere that if you don't know like at least 5 or 10 queens from your local area, then you're just a fan of Drag Race. And I think, it makes sense. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, there's a difference between being a fan of Drag Race and being a fan of drag.
Yeah.
So, That's kind of
the art form, or
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what she was saying in a way, like support all drag.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we can end the
all right.
discussion of...
Yeah, that was kind of it for the reunion. I mean, like we said, there was nothing much to talk about. All right, so during the 2-hour-long finale, Deborah Man wins $1,000 for creating a commercial for Pure for Men. The red carpet is full of stars, I think. Lorena performs live. The queens present their looks inspired by their love for Mexico. But in the end, the winner of La Más Draga is Deborah La Grande. So, before we get to Deborah La Grande and everything, let's talk about I don't know if you took note on their looks, their first runway look that they had to represent the things that they love most about Mexico.
So we have 4 finalists, and we started with Bárbara Durango, and for their runway for the finale, so Lo que más amo de México, what I love most about Mexico. So Bárbara walks in with, it's very like Virgin Mary again.
Yeah, another kind of what's it called? Religious outfit.
Yeah, it's like a long draped dress. She's wearing a red velvet cape on her head, with a large crown, and the crown has like a cross detailing. Her long eyelashes, which she wears a lot. I hope they're not the same ones, but they're like the little feather ones.
Yeah.
And one thing I can say for most of them, I think for the runway, like all of their makeup is kind of like clean. It's very toned down, which I guess we'll see as we go. But
so what did you think about her? Did you like the look, Barbara's look?
It was an upgrade from what she usually does, that little nightgown thing that she always has. I mean, at least she upgraded a little bit. For a second, I think her shoes, I thought she was wearing the Virgin Mary shoes again, because they were very sparkly and similar in color, but no. Good thing she didn't reuse
That's
them.
something that I would, the shoes, one, it cut her foot off, like really weird. Yeah, and the color was too bright.
Yeah, in contrast to the rest of the outfit, I remember them like standing out. Which, I mean, I guess it could be good or bad, but in this case, it's just like it clashed with the rest of the outfit.
So, is she trying to say that she likes religion? Is that the thing that she likes the most? Like, what is she trying to say here? I don't really...
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. That has to be. I mean, because, I mean, that's what I got from it, because it was very... all the symbolism or that she was using, it touches back to religion, but so I guess that's what it was.
I know. I don't really know Barbara.
Yeah.
But, the Catholic Church has not been too supportive of gay people, so I don't know why she would say that's her favorite thing about Mexico.
Maybe she just wanted to wear.
Maybe that's what I was thinking. But, I mean, at least make it more personable. I think that would be better to get to know her more.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's an easy thing to do, Catholic thing. I mean, a bunch of people have done it. Monet Exchange did it on All Stars 3 when she came out as, like, the Pope. Or All Stars 4, sorry. And, so it's kind of that. I just thought the robe could have hit the floor. Like, the red robe that she was wearing,
like the velvet.
Yeah, because it looked really short compared to that dress, and I feel like if it would have been like more dramatic, it would have been just the tweaks here and there. But it was okay. It was.
I think it was better than usual, definitely. But
yeah. So the next queen is Eva Blunt. What was she wearing?
So Eva wears a large like bonnet with roses that it kind of doubles as like a cape, like it goes down her back. She's topless, with like a chain bra and like stone necklaces, and she has an oversized polka dot pant, kind of like
MC Hammer.
Yeah, that guy.
Like was it MC pants? I thought it was a skirt.
They were pants.
Okay.
I thought.
So what did you think of the look?
I don't like that she was topless. Like she could have done, she's usually the sexy girl, and like showing off her curves, and she definitely went into a different direction. I guess they were all like trying to do a little something different.
What was she trying to say with this? Like, she loves more. Like, I didn't get that.
She likes polka dots. She likes MC Hammer.
She likes chickens.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's holding the stuffed rooster.
I thought it was more of like, was she trying to say like, was it like a peasant look? Because I don't know. To me, it kind of seemed like these different things. Because she came out with that bonnet and it was just like, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
I didn't get the reference.
Honestly, I didn't even think about connecting it back to the name or the challenge, I guess. But yeah, like I don't know what it says. She was also wearing like yellow contacts, I think.
Because I mean, if you're saying that you love something about Mexico and you're carrying a chicken, chickens are not like they're more considered like lower class, I guess. Like if you have a chicken with you, So I'm thinking that's what she was saying. She likes the people or something.
Yeah, like farmers or like.
Yeah. Huh. But you said you didn't like the fact that she was topless.
Yeah.
And the concept was just not there, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I thought it was very underwhelming for her. It just did not make sense at all.
It's different from what she usually does. I can say that, but I don't think it's in a good way.
Like for a finale look, it's just she has done so much better in the actual run of the season. So for her to come out in this final look, it's very underwhelming. So. All right, let's move on to Margaret. Yeah, what was she wearing?
So Margaret walks in with an eagle headdress, complete with like she has material that's been like shredded to look like feathers and wings, and she can actually flap those wings. I think she's like pulling some sort of string mechanism because you can see like her arms like. Stiffen up as she's pulling them, but there's also like a snake that wraps around her neck, and it's obviously representing the Mexican flag, like the eagle and the snake on the Mexican flag. I thought it was really inventive. It was pretty neat, especially for a finale like she. We've all seen people do wings and everything, so. That's not any different, but I like that she I guess so far she's the first one who actually kind of makes her statement about what she likes about Mexico.
She likes the eagle.
She likes the eagle.
The eagle on the flag.
The eagle eating Taylor Swift.
I guess she's saying, if I read into it, she's saying that she loves Mexico as a whole, because I guess the eagle represents Mexico, so she just loves everything. I mean, I'm just trying to read into it, because I don't think she was like, oh, I love the eagle, that's what I'm gonna do.
No. Yeah, I think it's more like I'm representing Mexico through my outfit. I think
and being patriotic.
Yeah,
but there is a meaning to the eagle eating the snake. I don't know.
It's not an eagle eating Taylor Swift again.
It might be.
There is. Eagle usually means freedom.
Maybe.
At least in America.
Do we have an eagle? No, we don't. There's an eagle in. Wait.
It's not on the flag, but
Isn't it on the California? No, that's a bear.
That's a bear.
So where does the eagle come from?
I think it's like our. I don't know. It's just represents freedom.
But like
American freedom.
Who came up with that?
I don't know.
I don't know,
Trump.
but
Trump did it.
He would not represent freedom. So yeah, the concept was cool. I liked it. The feather trick that she did at the beginning, where she blew those feathers, was I didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
It's like what she was eating another eagle. Like what's happening? Kind of looks like a Halloween outfit to me. Like it doesn't. If she would have had like the feathers actually be feathers, then that would have been really cool. But it just looked a little Halloweeny.
Like homemade.
Yeah, because the snake looked like a pillow also. So it was a good concept. I liked it. I didn't hate it, but it could have been better executed. But yeah. All right, let's move on to Deborah La Grande. What is she wearing?
Deborah wears a Frida Kahlo inspired outfit. She wears a multicolor rose headdress with a long white lace dress. It reaches all the way to the bottom, so it touches the floor. She has like orange eyeshadow around her eyes, and she's also wearing, obviously, if it's Frida inspired, a monobrow. And
I thought it was inspired by Margaret.
And she's like walking around with a cane, and she's actually the only one who, unexpectedly, she's the only one who did a reveal on the runway. So as she like comes forward, she peels off like the long dress and the thing that she was wearing on her head as well. And the main thing is like she flips the bottom of her dress like over her shoulders, like I'm Batman kind of thing.
She actually says that, I'm Batman.
Yeah. And you see like a green landscape painted on that side of the dress, and like it has like a blue sky over it as well, and it actually is similar. She's trying to like replicate one of Frida's paintings, which is actually, I looked that up, it's called Broken Column. And then so she turns around and walks towards the back of the runway, and the back of her and the dress reveals another one of Frida's paintings.
No, that one's Diego Rivera's.
Well, he has one, but I guess weren't they like sometimes husband and wife or something?
Yeah,
and
I mean sometimes they work together and they painted stuff.
So together. She did. I guess I don't know which one came first, but it's one that's similar to that one because I did look that up and it looked like his painting. But there's one called Nude with Kaya Lilies. And that's Frida's painting, and it looks even more like what Deborah has on. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked all those reveals that she was. It made me look up the paintings too. Yeah, I think she like wins the runway.
Yeah, because she had an impact. She actually made some kind of an impact. It wasn't just like, oh, look at this. She made a kind of a show. She put on a show. So you said you were impressed by it. I actually liked it too. I mean, there was things that I would have changed, like the shoe was red. Why? Like, why don't you wear a white shoe or some kind of
something that blends in?
Yeah. But as far as the concept and everything, it was a good concept. And the paintings could have been done a little better.
Yeah, but I think that's the charm of it. It's like you could tell that she did them. Maybe.
I don't
or
think
someone
she
did it for her.
I do not think she painted those.
But you can tell that it was like done by hand.
by foot. They could have been done better.
With their mouth. I don't know.
But I mean, it came across. You know what she was referencing.
Exactly.
And so it was fine. But yeah, I liked it.
It was cute. I liked it a lot.
All right. Do you want to move on to the performances? Did you take notes on those?
Mm-hmm.
So the first one up in the performance shares. So, by the way, you said that she took the night for the runway, right? De La Grande. I think so too. She made, like I said, she made the biggest impact.
Margaret would have been like the second one, and then the other two, I don't even know.
Yeah, then Barbara, and then Eva Blunt would have been last.
Yeah.
All right, Margarita's performance. What did you think? You don't have to describe it, just your thoughts. She came out in like a pink outfit, I believe.
It was very like pinata.
Yeah.
Looking.
And then she revealed like a bodysuit.
Yeah.
And then she painted a eyebrow in the end.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I remember that now. Yeah, I love how she painted that eyebrow at the end. Like, because as soon as she walks in, and she wasn't wearing the manga brow, as I call it. She wasn't wearing that in the runway. So I'm expecting it to come in at some point, and then she comes out with the performance, and she doesn't have it on either. And I'm like, did she really just throw it out at this point? Why? And yeah, so she just grabs. I think she pulls it out from her bra or something, and
yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, just like with her fingers, just draws it on real quick and sloppily, but that's fine. Like I don't know, I that's what I was expecting, and I think that made a statement, and that's probably what she wanted to do, make that statement to the viewers and the judges, and saying like, this is me, and I'm not gonna stop doing the manga brow just because you don't like it or you think I shouldn't. And the judges actually after that they call her out on it, but I thought it was cool because that's something like that's her signature thing, right? And I like that she played with that I guess perception of her, at least from the judges side. I don't know what the chatter is like online, like what people think about it, but I've always liked it either way. So yeah, I mean, I love that statement that she was making, and
I thought it was a bit awkward in certain parts, because at certain parts she didn't really have anything that she was doing, so she was just kind of like lip syncing, and the crowd was just not kind of reacting to her, for as far as I could tell. So I thought those parts they should have given them like maybe 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, it was a little long for all of them, actually.
Yeah, so that way they could just get straight to the actual whatever they're trying to say.
It could be that we were just like tired of watching the episode by that point.
And I think that, and it was too long. Yeah, so the performance was just too long, and it could have just been shorter, but it was fine. I liked it. The next one up is Eva Blunt. Do you remember her performance?
Yeah, I mean, she was voguing a lot.
She was voguing, she was dancing, has like lights on her hands.
Oh yeah, she was doing like little magic trick kind of thing, and that was pretty neat.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, it wasn't too elaborate, but I think the main focus was on the dancing.
But I think that was part of my problem, that it wasn't too elaborate. I think if this is your final chance to show what you got, pull out all the stops, and she didn't do that. I think Margaret had dancers with her, if I remember, and Eva Blunt should have had some dancers too. I think that would have made the performance a little bit more elevated, but it was good for like a drag show. Like if you go see a drag show, you're like, oh, okay, that's entertaining. It's fun.
Yeah.
But for a finale, I feel like she should have just gone a bit further. Do a reveal, do something, I don't know.
True. Yeah. It was a little bit too flat, I guess. I guess the wow factor was supposed to be like the little light trick that she was doing, but which it was, I thought it was cool, and it was entertaining, and I kept my attention. I kept trying to figure out where she was pulling it from. I was just following like a cat. But yeah, I mean, she did a lot of dancing though, so
I mean, you can tell that she's a good performer.
Yeah, as opposed to like Margaret, she didn't really do. Her lip sync was just like her standing there and gesturing and stuff. But so with Eva, she actually showed us some moves and everything. Her voting could be a little tighter, but that's okay.
Yeah. All right, the next one up is Deborah La Grande. Her performance, what you think? Do you remember? She came out with that radio.
Yeah, the little radio, and she like kept changing like the station and lip syncing to each of the songs. That was like her little prop that she had. The crowd went wild for a couple of the songs. I think they were playing like Gloria Trevi and Shakira at one point, and people were just shouting. And I remember the finale. I mean, all of it was just her like lip syncing to those songs.
Yeah, I thought her look was maybe the best she's looked. It was such a great look, that black and white striped dress. I like the concept of it. I mean, I've seen similar things. Other queens do similar things. So it wasn't super original, but I liked it. But it did leave me a little bit confused, because I feel like it would have worked better if she would have had songs that kind of correlated or had some kind of theme to them. Then it would have made sense, because just switching songs up, it's just like...
It's like a karaoke. Like, you're just playing it for the crowd reaction at that point.
Yeah.
But there was no, like, meaning.
Yeah, there would have been some kind of, like, theme through all the songs. Then it would have been more successful for me, or more enjoyable. But it was fine. It was okay.
Calling back to, like, Margaret did a thing with one of the songs that she played where... I think it kept repeating one line over and over, and it was like something where they were like criticizing her, like saying, I don't remember the exact phrase, but it kept like repeating over and over, and then suddenly like it, with the repetition, it turns into a different phrase where it says, no creas lo que dicen de ti. So it ends on like a I guess
positive note.
Yeah. So it changes the meaning of it, so that had some meaning, and with Deborah La Grande, she could have done something to like navigate from song to song a little better and show some through line through.
Yeah, the performance, and needed a little bit more thought put into it. All right, the next one up is Barbara Durango. What did you think of her performance? The dancing diva of Mexico, apparently.
Yeah, she did like a rumbera routine, probably calling out to like the first. What was it? The first or second episode?
The second one, I believe.
She performed to Celia Cruz. The crowd obviously went wild. She did have a reveal where she has like some sort of headdress covering like her head, and then
she had like a headdress with a mask on it.
Yeah,
and she was walking backwards, and then she turned around and
it had that was actually her. Like her mask was like on the back of her head.
Yeah.
But then she takes that off, and her hair's like long and blonde and sleek, and then I think she's a little bit more revealing, and she's the one who has the dancing partner, right? Comes on stage, and she's a pretty good dancer. She did really well, I think. Yeah, so she did her little rumbera routine. Yeah, I like that she incorporated someone else to dance with and show off her skills there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's all she did. She was just dancing the whole time, and
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed by the fact that she could do it.
Yeah.
But it was like, to me, it's like not.
We wanted something more.
Something more, and something like that would define her as her own drag persona.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who is Barbara Durango? Like, she never showed that she was a dancer on the show. Like, she never showed that kind of side to her. And she never even mentioned it. Oh, like, I'm a dancer. No, she was like saying that she's an actress and all this stuff. So why not do something more theatrical? Mm-hmm. I think this was more like just showing off. Yeah. Instead of just being like, this is a performance that I'm passionate about, and I'm trying to say something, and it has some kind of message or whatever. But yeah, it was a good performance. It's just that I wanted her to be more original. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, oh, I'm gonna do a dancing routine. It's like Dancing with the Stars minus the stars. And I don't know, I just wanted a more like a drag performance, something more inventive, something more creative.
Yeah. But like the judge, she knows that the judges loved her acting, so why not lean on that and use that again? I know that one of the guest judges for the finale, she's like, I think she calls out the faces that she's doing, because she always does, like, even the lip sync, she's always doing like these weird faces, and she was like, I loved how I guess like descriptive you were with your face. There was a lot of expression and everything. I think they look kind of funny. They look like that what's his Pepe the frog, like that meme.
Pepe the Frog.
Yeah,
I've never seen that meme.
Yes, you have.
No.
Yes, you have.
But I know I know that the faces that you're talking about that she makes, because she kind of made those throughout the whole acting challenge. It was just her doing that face.
Yeah, exactly. At least she showed us something else that she's good at. Because I had already counted her out at this point. Like, I never liked her runways or anything. And even the judges mentioned that too. They just mentioned that they didn't really see her going this far. But at least within the last 2 episodes, she's like shown a little bit more with the acting, and now with her dancing skills. So yeah, I mean, I think the main thing is that she showed that she deserved to be in the finale, at least. If not the winner, but at least she earned that spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I was happy with. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I liked it, like I said, but just wanted to do something different. But whatever.
Yeah,
it was fine. Okay, so like we said before, the winner is Deborah La Grande. What did you think? Did you think she was the right winner? I mean, obviously, I know that you probably didn't want her to win. You wanted Margaret.
No, but I like her too. Okay. But yeah, Margaret was always my favorite, obviously. But I'm fine with Deborah winning. I thought they were it was gonna be between either of them.
Do you think they based it off of the last, like this runway and the performance, or do you think they went back and?
I think it was this. I think it was the finale. I think the Frida Kahlo thing like completely blew them over.
Yeah, and I got that sense too.
Yeah, and even if the performance was not the greatest, like the runway just won them over, and I think they were like, yeah, she's the winner. She has to be the winner.
Yeah.
That, and she has more experience.
And also when she did that speech, when she was accepting the money, because everybody got like money from somebody, from the sponsors, and she got money. She was very eloquent, and she just talked. She knows how to like talk to an audience, and I think that showed her that her maturity, and that she's able to carry the title of La Más Draga.
And that she's not going to be a mess or anything, and she's going to actually represent them well, to try to move the show forward and all that. Yeah, that was cute when they gave her the money. Oh, the prizes. They finally said what the prizes are.
I know. We just have to wait till the finale
To the
to find
finale.
out.
And Lorena kind of, the way she says it, kind of acknowledging, like, yeah, we haven't even told you what the prizes are. They're probably, like, working on trying to get like, all those sponsors and everything for the prizes. As the show was still being made, so I wonder if it's still the same way in the second season.
Who knows? We'll find out. Do you have the list of the stuff that they win?
Somewhere.
I have it. So they win a special kit by NYX Cosmetics. That means they win, I guess, like some makeup, brushes, whatever. A dermatology treatment by some spa or something. And 50,000 pesos by Pure Men. And a crown and the title. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it was cute. That dermatology treatment is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's like, were they trying to say something? Like, oh, you need it, so we're gonna give you that.
I mean, nightlife can be rough on you. It can be rough on your skin. All the drinking and stuff. And eventually comes out some way. And the Pure for Men, the one who donated the 50,000 pesos, they promote that in the beginning of the episode too. They do like a mini challenge with the Eliminator queens, and it's like a douche thing.
Like, yeah, I think, is it a pill? I think it's a
to clean you out.
Because I remember he was explaining, like, oh, you just take this pastillita and then you just
and you're ready.
You're ready. So you shit everything out.
Exactly.
And you can tell they were kind of awkward when they were trying to explain it.
Yeah. But the representatives, you mean? Yeah. But when they did their little, did they only show one? Yeah, I think they only showed the winner, which I think was
Debra Man.
Yeah, she was the winner.
I mentioned it in the introduction.
Oh,
that she won $1,000. She won $1,000 actually, like English dollars,
English,
American dollars,
English.
So that's a pretty good price, though.
$1,000, yeah, exactly.
For just a little,
Because the other one, 50,000 pesos translates to more or less like $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Compare that to Drag Race's $500,000.
No, 100,000.
No? Oh, 100. Oh, okay.
It should be by this point somewhere like 300 at least.
I know.
Because drag has gotten so much expensive. Like, you can't just buy a wig. It'll cost you like $1,000 for a wig. But yeah. So what are your final thoughts on the series? This is your first time watching La Más Draga. Did you like it? Are you excited for season 2?
I want every episode to be long. A long 2 hours.
Long 2 hours so you can finish it in 3 days.
I want to see every single thought in the in each judge's mind, and I want them to explain every decision.
I mean, this fucking finale had a fucking red carpet.
Oh,
it had
I know.
Some girl performing.
Oh,
it was so long. So we cut this down a lot. There was the things that we talked about were the only interesting things to talk about this finale.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I guess they wanted to get in that promo. That's what they had the mini challenge and all that. The Pure for Men was probably like, we can't give you the prize money unless you let us have like a mini thing promoting ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was just too long. But the season overall, it was only 7 episodes.
Yeah,
with the finale,
including the reunion and the finale.
Yeah, it was only 7 episodes, which is super short for like a reality thing. They're usually like 13 episodes long. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for season 2. Do you know if any of the queens come back or anything? Or is it just completely brand new ones?
I think it's just brand new. But they do have more queens.
Oh. Mm-hmm. So is the season longer?
So it's a little bit longer. Not that much. It's probably
couple of episodes.
This time they only had, 7 queens?
Yeah.
7 queens?
Yeah.
So I think it's more, this time they have, I think, 10.
They had 7 queens and they had 2 episodes where no one went home. 2 episodes where no one went home.
Well, the finale, because nobody went home in the finale, right? That was
the semi-final, whatever you want to call it. That one and the first episode, no one went home. So they tried to prolong it doing that. I think for season 2, hopefully they have their shit together now that they know exactly how to produce it. I guess, and how it's gonna work and how the point system is gonna work and all that, and not changing it in every other episode. And it sounds like, since they have more queens, it sounds like they have a bigger budget too, so they can hopefully they don't blow it on like a special guest or something.
No, because I think, Lorena's not there anymore, so I think they had to cut her. Just to not pay her that much money. To
distribute the budget for everything else. But how are they going to do that? Because she's the song. She sings the intro. Do they
she's still getting paid, I think. I mean, she still gets paid. I think they do still have the same one, actually. But
I'm sad that she's leaving.
I know. It's actually the new host is one of the girls that was there.
The one, Vanessa is her name, probably. That's probably her. Yeah, the other one that
really nice, very just very nice.
She just seemed like, I don't know, she was very bland to me.
Yeah, she didn't have that much personality spark, but I think she's the new host.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
They could have just gotten Johnny to do it.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I don't know why they don't, or just get Letal.
Yeah, well, no, Letal is too critical. You need
but
someone...
she's not. Lorena's not even she doesn't criticize them very much. She
doesn't, but she's usually like fair without like calling them out and like. Whereas Letal is usually Letal. No, I mean, I think Johnny could have done it, but I guess they don't think he looks like a drag queen, so you can't have someone heading the show who's not a drag queen. That girl
does not look like anything like a drag queen.
Oh, I mean Lorena, but yeah, that girl, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be. I've only watched like 1 or 2 episodes of the second season.
And they're already promoting the third. I saw they're promoting the third.
They're right now they are doing auditions. So what they do is they do live auditions. So they'll go to different cities and they have
American Idol style.
Yeah, and I don't know if they don't do like an episode for that, but I think it's live streamed or something, or people take videos of it because I've seen some videos on Instagram. But yeah, so I think. I don't know if that's smart because maybe the cast is leaked before. I'm not sure how that works.
And what does it matter?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of cool though because then like you kind of see their journey.
Yeah.
And you get to see them actually perform outside of the show, which is pretty interesting.
I'm just thinking of the overcomplicated way that they calculated the winner for the finale. And Lorena explains it. It's something like 25% of the vote comes from the audience. Another 25% comes from... And then 50% comes from the judges or something like that. And I'm like, God, calm down. Like, that's so complicated. Either don't let us know or just have the judges judge it.
Yeah, like they usually do.
Yeah.
Like have a paddle that says, this is the person that I choose to win.
Yeah. Oh, I guess they wanted like the audience to be more involved.
They kind of wanted it to be like a live vote.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so the audience that was there voted. I don't know how. I don't know with their phones or something, but anyway, they got a vote, and then they wanted like the viewers to vote as well with like hashtags or something, or I don't know how. And there's just too many votes. Just have the judges make a decision, and if it's a shitty decision, then that's fine.
Yeah, because then how are you going to count all of them?
We won't watch next season. That's fine.
Just not watch the finale.
Yeah. The finale.
I know.
I had to watch it over 3 days. It was too long. I just wanted to get to the good stuff.
It took me a year. Because I started watching it, and then I was like, this is too long. And then once we started doing the podcast, I was like, okay. I'm gonna watch the whole
I gotta
thing.
finish it now.
Yeah, so that's when I finished it. But
yeah. No. Usually, if you're gonna do a long episode, you have to have good material in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, didn't like Drag Race incorporate like the Untucked at one point, or they had a little bit
into the episode or the finale?
Into the episode, like to see.
No,
I know they had longer episodes, like an hour and a half or whatever.
Yeah,
with commercials, but
that they just added more content,
more footage,
and then but for All Stars they did add the backstage stuff into the show because they were voting for each other, so you can't do a separate show. You have to kind of incorporate it. Yeah, that's kind of what they do on on the UK version. They do
really
that backstage stuff. They'll incorporate it into the show.
Yeah,
so it's only like 5 minutes of backstage.
I see.
It's okay. But yeah, this is it. That is it for La Más Draga season 1. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad that there's a show like this out there that represents Mexican drag culture. And I'm super excited for season 2 and obviously season 3. So hopefully you guys enjoyed us recapping the podcast. Let us know what you think. And yeah, we just want to thank you so much for listening. Do you want to say your social medias?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. It's at Hello Braulio. So HELLOBRAULIO. Yeah, you can follow my tweets.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Yiyi. That's YEAHYIYI on Instagram. And give this the highest rating possible, obviously. And we will see you guys for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.
La Más Draga, hijas.
You should have warned me about that. I could have said it too. What did they say?
La más
Oh. La más draga, hija.
La más draga.